Hey, good morning, fam. Coach G here. So excited this morning. It's gonna be a legendary day today. Um, you know, it's so interesting because as the days and weeks go by, certain topics come up again and again and again. As I'm talking to people, as I'm coaching people, as I'm mentoring people, and when this topic continues to poke its head up over and over and over again in different people's lives, I kind of start realizing that maybe more people need to hear about it, and it's something that I'm being prompted to share on kind of a bigger stage. To y'all that tune in as I put out new content. So the principle that we'll talk about today, real simple. First of all, I hope you're having a great day. I hope you're just doing everything you can to master your day, master your morning, elevate your genius, elevate your greatness. Make today legendary, live a legendary life today. I hope you're doing everything you can do to do that. And as the days go by, I'll be talking more about my personal routine because it's getting ridiculously amazing. And as the days go by, um, I'm mastering the 5 a.m. club. I'm doing different things, and it's really making a big difference. Um, so today, though, we're going to touch on one principle, and that's the difference between a person's season and a person's um, uh, I lost my word. A person's season and a person's pattern. Okay, so there's seasons and there's patterns. So people go through certain things in life, and yes, it's difficult. Um, I have grown to a place where I don't minimize other people's challenges. I'm not elite to where I think that what you're going through is stupid or silly or not important. If it's important to you, it's important. If it's heavy to you, it's heavy. Everybody's got different stuff going on. Just because I've mastered one area doesn't mean that it's not an area you haven't mastered yet, and vice versa. Okay, so if I'm speaking to other leaders right now, first tip is please don't minimize people's challenges in the way you talk to people or talk down to them. Understand that if a person's feeling something, it's real to them, and we must treat that with compassion and dignity, patience. And yes, we encourage them. We try to teach them how they can minimize it in their own eyes, how they can see bigger picture, how they can change their perspective so they can change what they're looking at. Yes, a good leader would do that, but you also initially have to understand that it's real to them. So do not insult people's intelligence or what they're going through by trying to make them feel it's not a big deal. Okay, um, empathize and coach them through that. Okay, so but there's a reason why people get stuck. I feel a huge calling into helping people get unstuck from certain things, because people that are stuck for the craziest reasons, and I think it's just misunderstanding and miseducation, not really understanding what's what and where they're at, because there's seasons in everybody's life that we go through. Season being a period of time that things are happening, right? In my faith, I'm a Christian by faith. I believe there's seasons that the Lord God will have us go through to learn certain things. A lot of times, even people of faith, we say, God, take us out of this situation. God, remove us from this terrible situation. And what we don't realize is we must step back from our situations, emotionally detach ourselves from whatever's going on, no matter how bad it is, and say, what am I supposed to learn and become in this situation? Because in the Bible, Psalm says that he'll make a place for you, a table for you in the presence of your enemies. I believe that God has a place for you right in the middle of your season, even if it's tough. And instead of asking to be delivered out of it or wishing that something bad's not happening, I would encourage you to press into that, lean into that situation, ask God to join you in that situation and help you through it so you can come out the other side, because what you need to become for your next season is going to be developed by who you become through the current season. Okay, so getting through with grace, with love, learning, growing through, not getting through, growing through your situation, your season, and learning and becoming a better person, and elevating your life to a higher level. You know, we talk about that all the time, to live and to love at a higher level unapologetically. That's kind of my motto. Is done by growing through the pain, growing through the situation, growing through that. So ask God in there with you, come in here with me, because sometimes even that place he's made for you inside the situation is a little pocket, like a little quarantine bubble. That's a huge word right now, right? Because of the pandemic and whatnot. Quarantine, people know what quarantine is now. It's protecting you away from everybody and everything else, and giving you a safe place to grow and become right in the middle of your stuff. The ruiner of this, though, the ruiner is that the great deceiver, man, the enemy, will use your emotions against you. He will pull on your heartstrings, and he'll get that anxiety spin up. He'll get that depression spun up. He'll get that anger and that bitterness spun up. And we really have to just detach ourselves from those situations. And I speak it. I tell people, speak it. Hey, you use your personal affirmations to tell yourself that every day, and your routine, your daily routine, will be key to you growing through these things with grace, with wisdom, with discernment, and whatnot. So I encourage you not to hurry your season up, but grow through that. And with wisdom and discernment and prayer and good coaching, you won't have to stay in that season unnecessary time. You won't need to stay in it, because you can actually stay in a season longer than you need to be, just by not intentionally being aware of the season you're in. And you won't get through that until you grow through it. So you got to grow through that. Okay. Versus a pattern. A pattern is the same thing coming into somebody's life over and over and over again. Okay. A pattern is where, you know, I've had people tell me recently, I can't seem to find a good, mate, a good partner, a good boyfriend, girlfriend. I keep hitting the wrong guys. I keep hitting the wrong girls. This keeps coming at me. No matter what I do, my relationships fail. I always seem to get attracted to the same guys. The same things happen in my relationship. I always end up broke. The same stuff happens at my job, everywhere I go. Bud, son, honey, love, those are patterns, okay? Sister, those are patterns. Patterns are self-inflicted patterns based on behaviors, your behavior, your habits, your lack of discernment, your lack of knowledge or wisdom in a certain area. All that accumulates to continue to bring you to the same place. And again, in my faith, I believe that that's happening for a reason, because you keep coming to a place that you got to learn something, and you fail to learn it, and somehow you get around it, and it comes back around until you learn something. So how do you break patterns in your life? There's one word that I would strongly, highly recommend that you learn, that has been the game changer for me, and that is discipline. Discipline. Believers sometimes, Christians, people of God, they want God to deliver them from something that requires discipline, not deliverance. So they forfeit the growth, and it comes back again, because they need to grow in their discipline. I'm practicing right now something in my life for the last several weeks called the 5 a.m. Club. I've heard about it before, read about it. Thought it was fantastic, but never really internalized it. And it's really how to master your day in order to make your life legendary, to elevate your life, okay? And that talks about intentionally starting your day well, with exercise, with prayer, meditation, reflection, and study. Early in the morning, hence the name 5 a.m. Club. I'm up by 4:30 every morning because I work out, and so understanding that, so I, if IBM Club teaches you to do 20 minutes of workout, 20 minutes of reflection or prayer or journaling, and then 20 minutes of study, to move yourself forward in the morning, to get your brain moving, your mind moving, your heart moving, all these cool scientific things happen. The guy's name is Robin Sharma. Sharma. Robin Sharma. Sharma's a food, I guess. Anyway, Robin Sharma, he's fantastic, from what I've heard so far, but he's said some really brilliant things that have really made a difference in me personally. I feel more vibrant. I am thinking clearer. I mean, just moving forward in an epic speed in some great things. So he talks about 2020. Mine's like 45 because my life's a little bit different, so I do a little bit more in these areas than that's recommended. But when you're just getting started off, a few minutes in each area, it makes all the difference. But when you master your life, you have to understand that a healthy body makes all the difference. When you can think straight, when you can balance your body, when you can feel good about certain things, depression and anxiety and mental fog and all these crazy things that heighten, that intensify situations, that bring on negative emotions, that are the catalyst for these things, tend to disappear when you're in a healthier state, mentally, spiritually, and physically. So I want to encourage you guys to work on that. But understand, again, there's seasons and there's patterns. Recognize which one you're in. Are you in a season of growth, or are you in a pattern that requires discipline? So you can pray through seasons. You can grow through seasons, but you need discipline to break patterns in your life, okay? So hopefully that's important and that adds value to your life. If it does, and this video added some value in your life and helped you elevate that genius a little bit, all I ask is that you share it, maybe to 2 or 3 people, over the next, hour or so, I guess, and like the video, so I know that you've been here. Subscribe to the channel, so that way you can pick up more content as I put it out. And find me on Facebook. My public profile page is g.e.carryon, or Gil Carrion, and you can message me. Give me your comments. Let me know if there's other things that you'd like to hear about, that you're challenged with. I do personal coaching, but only for my business team that is developing, some e-commerce assets with me. If you want to do that too, you're welcome to do that, and give me a ring, and I can try to open some doors for you for that too. But I just want to add value and be a blessing to you. So hopefully this has, and make today legendary, man. Master your day and make it legendary today, okay? So until next time, I want to encourage you to live and to love at a higher level, unapologetically. All right? Love you guys.